Jignari is the first outfit ever redeemed by Jet. So I went ham. When Jignari was... There's more, yes, there's more! When Jignari was first redeemed, it was at the perfect time for my break. Back then, I would take half-patch breaks and do whatever I wanted. I could go back to other streamers and lurk or chat or cause chaos somewhere else outside of Genshin. And not listen to my voice for a while. Because I actually enjoy reviewing VODs. If I had the time. Now, imagine Jig. So much time on their hands. Already so many concepts on what a Jignari outfit would look like. First, the outfit. It's gonna be Tignari's silhouette. Second, the pose. Tignari actually has a sitting position. So if you search up Tignari, Genshin Impact, sitting, you can see a lot of pictures of him. And there's this one pose specifically that I reference. Oh my gosh, let me add a layer. Holy. No? Why? Copy. Paste. There it is. Oh my gosh, that's tiny. Let's make you a smart object so that you can retain your pixels. And then make you big. Sumeru! Yes, Sumeru. Now, this is the pose referenced for Jignari's sit. Gotta yeet for Wuwa dailies? Good luck on the Wuwa dailies. Now, it's only the pose is inspired from it. Tignari mentioned, yes, here's the Tignari mains. Shout out to Say for redeeming this outfit and giving the basis on the design. So, obviously, Tignari is the inspiration for it. A lot of elements are obvious from it. And this is the specific pose I like the most when deciding on how this outfit was gonna sit. So you guys can already see. There were changes, of course. It's not gonna. There are always gonna be changes. It's at an angle. It's at a specific angle as to how it's gonna sit on the stream frame. But yeah, I wanted to try out a lot of things. Back then, PNG Tuber Plus released frame animations, which lets you put in frame animations on the layers. And that was also when I started adding more animations to the mouths, to the eyes, but I didn't like how the eyes were animating. Like, I felt like there was not much point in adding too much animation on the eyes. You just need to blink and you just need to open your eyes. I don't need to wink. I don't need to, like, get that eye twitch every so often. We don't need that. But yeah, so I wanted to try that more, and that's when I got really ambitious. These ears are frame animations. This back of the hood is a frame animation. These crystals on the outfit are frame animations. This sparkly bit is a frame animation. Now, don't worry. Wait, I can do this? Yes, I can. That's some behind the scenes. Behind the scenes. We'll do this layer by layer. Oh god, you can already see how many layers this outfit has compared to every other outfit. It's so many. Do you just have that copy-pasted at this point, Nick? So, the first outfit, it was based on my original model, right? And then cracked up at some kind of... maybe I do. And then cranked up to 11 or something on being more fantasy-esque. Second outfit, based on the Amos bow. Third outfit based on the Garland, with Say's advice on having it based off of Tignari. So the main color palette will always be based on the outfit, on the item, on the inventory item. Now this is from the in-game item, which is a Garland. If I can find the original one, there it is. Oh, that is unfortunate. I remember painful things. Yes. So if you guys ever want to use Photoshop, reminder that if you crop a canvas and there are assets that you probably have lying around all around the canvas, make sure that those assets are tucked away in the corner you want to save. Because if you don't, they're gonna get cropped with the rest of your canvas. Alright, let's look for the in-game item. Garland. Genshin Impact Garland. There it is. Alright. Oh gosh, dang it. Copy. There, paste. Okay. So, this is the in-game Garland, which is an item you receive from Aranara after you do all of their outfits, after you do all of their world quests. I find it curious how VTubers treat their virtual bodies. Some people say it's separate and call it their personas, but some people just 100% embody their avatars, and I find that so fascinating. That's an interesting concept as well. The Aranara power of friendship Garland. The pain. Yes, I like to think of our personas online as dependent on how much it encompasses you IRL. So if you like separate your IRL self from your online persona, I can understand why you would call it. But if the personalities and performance are too close to your offline self, I can understand it being embodied more. But I think it comes down to a matter of how much you're attached to your online persona. But yeah, this is the Garland from the Aranara, and I couldn't just crop it and do with it what I will, because I didn't like how the lines would be so different from the lines I usually do. So I ended up making my own wreath, my own garland. You can tell the differences immediately when you have them side by side like this, but from a distance you don't see it. Great take. Would you consider your avatars you though? I'd like to consider my avatars a what if of me. So what if I was like, what if this happened to me instead? It still has my core personality, but it's technically like an offshoot timeline version of me that I can separate myself from. And a lot of my online shenanigans are just me wanting a sort of outlet for something artistic, for something chaotic, for something I can't healthily express offline. Like when I'm stressed, I sometimes do abyss streams. It's a great excuse to release some pent-up rage, and I think it's a lot healthier for everyone involved. And I don't like getting angry for a long time, so I usually like have it steam for a while, and the abyss helps a lot in quickening that process. Because I'd rather not talk to anybody when I'm angry, but when I rage at abyss or I give up at abyss, I like how I can translate like whenever people go like head pats or GGs or what, and I go, alright, that just happened. Yeah, I like translating that to whatever it was that was stressing me out on that day. Like, alright, that's what happened. Let's try again. Or, like, you know what? I think I'm over this. And at some point, it's true. Sometimes I am over it. And I think that's great for me. Honestly, anger is such a tiring emotion. It's so tiring, and I feel like it's such a waste of time for me specifically. I'm more of the type to back away from confrontation because I do not like spending my energy that way. I'd rather spend it in ways that make me enjoy life more, you know? But yeah, I did my best trying to recreate the garland in my own way. The flowers are more stuck together and the leaves are more abundant, and you can't actually see any of the vines anyway. So I ended up doing that. Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure the assets for this, which I actually had separate assets for, I had a different pink flower, blue flower, and yellow flower, and all the leaves. I'm pretty sure those got cropped out as well. So that's the wreath. We'll start off with the boot. There's a cheeky little Aranara symbol here as a reference. Oh, by the end of this, by the way. So you know how I mentioned that the color schemes are going to be based off of the item? When I started mixing and matching the green, pink, blue, and yellow, the pink had a very white part to it, and mixing it with the green had a really nice watermelon feel to them, which I really liked in theme. But it was also like my way of showing that the whole everything going on in Palestine and all, and well, it's been going on for 75 years and more, but I wanted to like show something that would continuously remind people that I don't have to say it on screen. It should be obvious. I support Palestine. Free Palestine has been in my hashtag for a long time. And that's actually one of the ways I realized there are trolls everywhere. No matter how long I stream on this platform, trolls will always be everywhere, but they're an easy ban. They can go. They can pass by. I can close the door. Some people might break into my house. I can choose who to shoot. You know, self-defense. So I like the watermelon aesthetic, and it ended up being a core theme on the outfit. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Ari. It really has gotten a few trolls here and there. Nice shots, by the way. Thank you. Don't worry, Ari. It went bloody real quick, didn't it? Go get him, boss. So yeah, even the heart emote I have free for followers, I specifically named it free. Just to hammer it down. It could have been a heart. I could have named it anything. I chose to name it free. Any of the other emotes that are free for followers, I didn't name it like that. It's only the watermelon heart. So yeah, that's the boot. It does have a gold engraving over here. It has a gold whatever this is. Oh, there's an ad. Get ad. No one's getting ad jailed. They'll say it if they're getting ad jailed. Here's the sparkly bit that I wanted. It's called shiny on the layers. Here's the sparkly bit that actually had a bunch of versions to them. It has a ton of different it had a lot of different kinds of outer glows. And this is the default one. I could also change it. Speaking of emotes, something so interesting about emote prefixes is how they show someone has the same username as you. I thought we'd have like our own prefixes. Like, is it not like an original prefix per streamer? Because you can't have the same prefix. You're the first person in the entirety of Twitch whose 6 first letters are JigRab. So there's probably like some other streamer who has like a Jigra and just Jig or G. Or is there like a minimum, or is it just a minimum letter? Persni 3? Oh, it's always gonna be 6. 2 to 3 other persnikities other than me. Wait, is it? Oh, huh. You can see it in other channels too, curiously. Oh, that's what the numbers are for. Oh, that's interesting. So it's always going to be the first 6 letters of your name, of your handle. And if you have someone else with the same handle, or God forbid, the same 6 letters of your handle, you're going to get like 2. You're going to get a digit. Interesting. You learn something new every day. The sparkly bit has different outer glows just for the shine. If anyone wants to do like a re-evolve later on, you guys can see it live. But you know, the first break match. That makes sense why this one has 6. The Khan 9. So there's like 9. So there's like what? 9 other the Khan streamers out there. Whoa. Or you know, with the handle. This poor man is Captain 274. Oh. Yeah, Captain's pretty. I understand Captain. 2745. Oh, you're right. Holy crud, there's like at least 2,000 captains on Twitch. That is a lot of platoons. We have the right arm, which incorporates the same principle as the left arm in Ramos, which has just enough shape that you can move the sleeve. And you'll have enough leeway to make it look fluid. JigRambles, truly the OG, truly. Let's not mention that I've been here for like more than 6 years probably. I've been here since pre-pandemic, guys. I have a bracelet as well, but instead of like moving it around too much, I ended up locking it in with the arm. I think I experimented with... Wait, what? I've only been here for 3 years? No. Did I use a different account back then? Wait, when was the pandemic again? Dang! Sticker's 2 years old. Oh my goodness, Nick. What I was, oh my goodness, I was either using a different account back then, or I just didn't use an account at all. Because I was a YouTube girly. And then suddenly people were saying like, yo, I also lurk. I also stream on this platform called Twitch. Y'all should check me out if you want to like see these videos live. And sometimes they mention it. And so I guess I followed links and watched streams without ever making an account. I feel like that's something I would do. Ooh. Thank you for the lurk, decaf. Pat. Welcome in also. If you're just coming in. I feel like that's something I would do. And when the streamer event began, or when I started wanting to chat with streamers, I feel like I would have made an account back then. Yeah, that makes sense. That sounds like something I would do. Oh, things I gotta remember. It feels like I've been here for a while. Alright. Here's the right sleeve. Oh gosh, I'm trying to remember what got me into Twitch in the first place. I think it was either RT game or Minecraft. Because I was watching Minecraft. I was watching a lot of Hermitcraft during the pandemic. Okay, I see a tunnel. I see the path. I was watching a lot of Hermitcraft back in the pandemic, and I was specifically watching Mumbo Jumbo, and aside from Minecraft, I was also watching Jacksepticeye. And Jacksepticeye did this collaboration with the Irish guys, the Irish boys, the Irish lads, I think it was Irish lads, the Irish lads on Minecraft, which was RT Games Minecraft server. And one of the Mumbo Jumbo mentioned, yes, the Hermitcraft crew. Okay, here, I see the timeline. Okay, I watched, oh gosh, I need a service to stream 1080p from my PC to the bedroom. Hilariously, there's a clip of me 3 years ago streaming an actual anime. Ooh, I don't remember why I made a Twitch account. I'm trying to understand. Did you just say Hermitcraft? My beloved, my adored. I watched Mumbo Jumbo from season 1 to season 6. I fell in love with Grian, watched Grian for season 7, fell in love with the other hermits, watched all the hermits throughout season 7, and kept it up until season 10, baby. Holy crud, a lot of Hermitcraft watchers are coming out of the woodworks here. So, okay, My favorite hermit now is like Pearlescent Moon. I'm Pearlescent Moon or Gemini Tay. It's either or. Green's also fun, but you know, girls. And when you hermitcraft when Green joined. Ooh, okay. Now, here's the path. I used to watch a lot of Jacksepticeye. I liked consuming a lot of media back then. I would consume all the media back then. And Jacksepticeye was like a good starting point for me when I started like binging YouTube outside of, copyright infringement anime. And Jack did one collab with the Irish lads on a St. Patrick's stream. And it was an RT it was an RT game hosted collab, I think. And one of the things that they built in that, not them, like the people participating, there were like a community and then the Irish lads were talking. And one of the community members there built a big glass dome and said that it was a Mumbo Jumbo reference. And I thought, oh wow, that is cool. I should check that out. Checked out Mumbo Jumbo stream and saw that he had like 5 seasons of a series called Hermitcraft. So I thought, oh man, I don't want to miss out on anything. I should watch from the top. And I did. I used to watch Green from 2012 when he was part of a shorts crew crafted movie. It's good to see he's still going. He is. They're going great. Not Green, great. Thank you for correcting the spelling, Shine. And that's when I guess the whole kept going. So I kept watching Mumbo Jumbo, I kept watching Jacksepticeye, and at some point he kept collabing with RT Game, and I just adored RT Game's humor. Like it was so funny. He's such a funny man. I love his humor. I love how much he sets his foot down to unreasonable requests from chat. I love how he like sets his boundaries, but at the same time he can take a punch. And at the same time, he can throw one. Well, as best as he could. And it's usually good. Fellow YouTube gremlin, I wouldn't subscribe unless I watched every damn video series in there. Like, I wanted to fit in, Like, you don't just walk into someone's house without a housewarming gift, Like, that's just breaking in. And nowadays, that is what I do. I just blindly subscribe and follow people now. But back then, I was much stricter. I was much stricter with my content. Poultryman, yes. He is a chicken boy. And yeah, with those 3 continuously uploading videos, Mumbo Jumbo, Jacksepticeye, RT Game kept continuously in basically every video, RT Game would say that these videos are highlights of his streams, which you can catch live on Twitch. And I thought, man, I just watched the last of his Minecraft community builders videos. I wonder when he's gonna upload more. And then there's a community post just popping by going, yo, I'm streaming Minecraft building right now. And I think that would be one of the reasons I'd hop onto Twitch. I let the algorithm take me. My YouTube shorts, basically. And I do still do it, I think. I lurk in places for a long time before I start being active on it. Lord! Yes. Fellow disciple of the algorithm. You were raised by a robot. But yeah. There's a lot of things you could... I'll see you again on that one damn 20s video with 2.13 million views. I've been getting so many of these school shorts on YouTube where it's like this group of, I don't know if they're kids, I'm pretty sure they're kids, they're in a high school or a campus or something, and they do these really crazy skits of school situations, and it's genuinely really fun. But at the same time, I am so disconnected with the current education system that even when they're based in America, I'm like, yeah, that's probably what high schoolers go through nowadays. I'm pretty sure I went through that too. Like, I can't remember most of my school days, but I'm pretty sure I hated them. So anyway, this is a sleeve. I tried to figure out how metal works, and this is a golden band. And, oh, what is this? Oh, it's the bottom part of the tail. Breaking the illusion. the tail, it's not a tail, it's a bunch of leaves. It's the bottom part of the leaves. It's the bottom part of the bush. Same, no memories, only hate. I remember the feeling. I don't remember much of the actual events. That's my high school experience. Which is actually weird because I don't remember really feeling that strongly about other people. I think it was more... Disclaimer, I'm pretty sure I was a gifted child, but the system worked in my favor so much that I never exploited it, that I never really did too much about it. So even though I wasn't like top of my class or anything, I was just the right amount of likable for the right amount of people that they don't want me there for too long, I think. I remember disassociating at school a lot. I remember taking a lot of sleep during classes. I remember drawing a lot during classes. I could not remember any of the lessons. I remember scoring an 80 out of 100 on a math class, and I was like, I knew I could do it if I tried. And then I never tried again. Here's the torso, which is just a basic line that is the exact same shape as the Amos bow torso. Yes, doodling a lot. My books were vandalized, and I was the artist. I was gifted, but I'm pretty sure that was just a cute way for my parents' teacher to say, okay, you're good. We won't need to hate you for the next 5 to 10 years. I think I was gifted in the sense that I understand the system. I don't do well in the system, but I was never punished for it because I wasn't ever the kid who stood out breaking the rules. Like, there were worse kids out there. So imagine I'm pretty mid as a student, right? But I had just the right amount of substats that I was upper mid, that I blended in so well with the above average kids. Like, I could talk well, I could present myself well, I never skipped classes, I never did drugs or smoked on campus, and everyone knew me for some reason. So when you look at me and when you listen to me, you'd think I'd be a top-rated student. So even when I did skip classes and all that stuff, they weren't looking at me. They weren't looking at me, and I was fine with it. Look at the other guys, yee. I'm sorry, this is my first offense. Why did you just bring up drugs all of a sudden? The school trope. The school trope. Oh, by the way, this torso has a bunch of different so when I said that the torso has frames, it's because it does this sometimes. And if you do it just enough, it looks like it's shining. Typical high school experience, unfortunately. Unfortunately. We don't talk about it though. Don't talk about it. Just say drugs. Just say drug. No, nothing else. Nothing else. I don't want to get twitchified. Here's the right ear, which looks low here, but it's actually just the right angle. And here are its shines, which you would notice. I don't know if it's actually that noticeable with how tiny the model is on screen, but it actually does this. It's just really subtle. I like it. Here's the inner hood, which also does a very subtle shiny thing. Oh, no. It does that, and it does this. And the rest of the head. Now, the thing I figured out about the head, right? You just need to be able to have a separation from the rest of the body. And for this, which I wanted to open the hood for, but raised the debacle of what am I gonna do with the neck, because I want the neck covered, I went for, turtleneck. But how am I gonna separate that from the rest of the body without making the head any different or something? So I ended up going for a necklace, which is actually based off of, I don't know which part of this was Tignari's again. I think it was an earring. Was it? Was it not? Huh. I forgot which part of this was Tignari's outfit. Where is it? What? Where's the thing? Short thread, left arm, sleeve, glasses, pendant. Okay. I forgot which part of Tignari's outfit was this specifically, but it worked well as a necklace. So I just cut off the neck with the band. Absolutely love how creative you are with fashion, style, and color theory. Actual, natural. It helped a lot that I already had a basis. So the fact that the color palette was already chosen based off of the inventory item was a huge bonus for me. Now it just ended up being like, okay, which color do I want more of? Which color would look better as the torso, as the sleeves? A principle I tried to incorporate was making sure that the colors don't connect to each other as much as possible per piece. So if I said I wanted like the sleeves to be blue, I can excuse the shirt being blue, but ideally the hands shouldn't be blue, the pants shouldn't be blue, the ornaments shouldn't be blue. They have to pop out of each other so that when they move, you can actually notice it better. You could blend them better. You could blend them by making them all the same shade of color, which worked for Roni Kabuto, but by the end of the day, I decided to add more color, which we'll get to in a minute. So yeah, we'll get back to that. A lot of the references in this outfit as well was heavily derived from both Tignari and the Aranara. Oh, where is it? Nope, not you. Okay. You can see it here. This is an Aranara symbol. This is actually one of the symbols for the Aranara. This bracelet is an Aranara. You know the leaves that comes out of their heads? This is a reference to that. This is the onion tree in Sumeru. And we can see more of it. Okay, that's the face. More lore, yes. Oh, fun fact. This is the only Jig outfit that doesn't have a headband. The garland serves as the headband. Every other outfit has like this headband piece to keep. The intention is that it keeps the hair it keeps the hair basically. But canonically, Jig does not have hair. Yeah. Jignari is currently the only outfit that doesn't have a headband. We also have I call this malong, but what do other people call it? Malong. A malong is a traditional Filipino bangsamoro rectangular or tube-like wraparound skirt bearing a variety of geometric or ochre designs. Okay, so it is traditional. Okay, so yeah, it's a malong. This is also an Aranara reference. This is one of the stomach things. Yeah, it's plastered on the stomach. On the right pant, this is the right leg basically. I have it like an entire separation, and the boot is what's separated here. I don't know what you call these, but Chongyun has this. Chongyun has these weird pant ends that I incorporated on Tignari, and it's actually a reference to the leaves on top of the Aranara heads. And so it's not all like a Tignari reference. I did make some changes that I found necessary. But yeah, I don't know what you call these, but they're supposed to be metal or some other texture that shines, and the leaves are Aranara leaves on the top of their heads. I did a lot. I had to look at so many Aranara pictures. I am not kidding. There were so many Aranara, and yes, they all mix and match But holy crap, I had to find every asset to fix all my references. Jignara Aranara mascot when? Oh gosh. Oh, technically the Aranara aren't humanoid. You guys, that can be a redeem for Bangoru. That's an acceptable redeem for the Bangoru. But now, what are you guys gonna splice the DNA with? That's on you. 70 Aranara, 100% completion flashback. Yeah, I read 70. I think I limited it to the named Aranara. Only the named Aranara that specifically give you the Garland flowers. More Aranara leaf reference. And I also added some excess malung over here. And the thread. The thread are its own assets, so that I could use it whenever. Hopefully I didn't crop those out. Oh my gosh. Look at my flowers. My flowers are all cropped out. I think only the leaves survived, but only the pink petals survived. Oh gosh, none of them are here. It's crazy that I missed the Aranara quest. It's called. Oh, Nick, no, not you too. Ari, Nick, it's called. I forgot what it's called. You know, Beauty and the Beast syndrome? What is the Beauty and the Beast syndrome? Stockholm syndrome. It's called Stockholm syndrome. That's why you miss it. I lost the flower assets, which is sad, but I did keep the thread assets. Here's the thread assets. So I can play around with whatever order I'd want them to be. And here are the Aranara symbols. I had to do them all again for the chibi on my banner. I've been affected by the withering Stockholm syndrome. These are the assets for the left sleeve. You guys can see it. It's all blended together. They're all separate stuff, by the way. Okay, let me just mute this for a sec. Yeah. There's one. I had to do these all manually again. I already did them all manually way back when, and I had to do it again. Here's the one on the torso. Here's the one on the malong. Here's the one on the left back hand. And here's the one on the left wrist. Oh, what's this? There's another one. Oh, yeah, there were a lot of assets that I had to remake. These are not the original assets. I had to remake these for the chibi. I was able to do the quest on a fine place in my life. So the 8 hours of quest was okay for me. So you're mostly remembering the fine place in your life, not the actual Aranara quest, probably. Now, moving on. Here's the left ear, which also has its own sparkly bits. So this is Twitch 3, Twitch 2, and Twitch 1. I'm actually not content with how the frames moved. If I could do it again, I would once I understand how fluidity works. But right now, I'm doing snap animation. I don't think I'm using the right words. Wasn't employed yet when Sumeru came out. Damn, Jig, you really don't want us to like the Aranara quest. If I don't like something, you guys aren't allowed to like it either. Don't actually do that. Which is valid. An 8-hour side quest saga do be crazy. It was more of me. I think it was more of me being annoyed that there were 70 side quests to unlock a part of the map. I am an exploration main first and foremost, arguably tied with being a teapot main. I did not like that I was locked out of a specific part of the map because of 70 world quests. If I could be petty, I would not have touched the Aranara world quests at all, but I was more curious about the new location. So I had to. Me. Next layer is the top of the tail bush, which is there. Help me celebrate a party quick. Has to celebrate 10 parties. Good boy! We weren't even doing it to celebrate the 10 parties. We were doing it to save some random girl who's apparently locked inside a bubble for God knows how long. It was for her. Who cares about the party? Every time we had to help an R&R for whatever reason, I was going like, man, that girl we were saving is probably dead by now. I wonder if that girl we were saving is eating well. I wonder if that girl we were saving is still alive. I wonder if that girl we were saving is being missed by her family and friends. We literally established that she was this huge paragon in her village. Like all of the kids love her, all of the adults love her, and then she disappears for God knows how long we were doing the R&R quest. No one was looking for her. No one cared she disappeared. She was stuck in a bubble for God knows how long, being fed through being fed through whatever womb fibers or liquids that are in that bubble. And we just kept playing our harp. We hosted a party. We were dubbed the friend of the Aranara. And by the end of it all, we didn't even see a cutscene of her getting her vision. Huh? It was really crazy. You know what? To be fair, we do the same thing to our sibling. What is this? A short thread? Oh, right. Some of the Aranara has a cane, so I just incorporated that over here. Now, because the hand covers this part of the outfit, it's fine that I just left it blank. The colors, by the way, are also changed. So even though the Aranara's cane was like a brown, I chose to make it like the pink shade of the outfit. The first Canon Vision receiving cutscene, and it was a black screen with white text. Exactly! They wanted to save the hype for Scaramouche. You know what? Fair game. Yeah, Scaramouche's vision gain was pretty peak. I'd argue I liked Scaramouche's vision gain than Farina's. If only because Farina's was 2D and Scaramouche had the whole 3D package. Here's the other sleeve. I feel like I did this sleeve too big, this hand too big. But once you have the sleeve over it, it doesn't matter. I just needed to fill the space so that when the sleeve moved, you could still see arm. It looks big, but it works. Some Aranara also had glasses, which is here. So canonically, this jig wears glasses. If we were going by actual canon, all the jigs would be wearing glasses. But no, it's just this jig that needed glasses. And here's the pendant. I still don't know where from Tainari's outfit this is based on, but And the wreath. You know, with the wreath, it works better than if I actually added a headband to this outfit. I think it works. And that is Jignari.